Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, comic book haul. I got Subway for lunch. I had spicy Italian. I got a plug for Headshots, Degenerate Art Gallery. They gave me a plug for Secret Wars Launch Party. Yee! Okay, so first comic book I got is Jim and the Holograms #1. Finally got this. I know it came out like a couple of weeks ago, but I finally got around to getting it. I mostly bought it out of nostalgia. I'm not gonna lie and try to pretend I was a super fan of the comic book, or I'm sorry, the cartoon. But I do remember when it came out, and I remember at the time, I'd seen a few episodes, and I remember thinking it was kind of funny because the rival band on the cartoon show was a group called the Misfits, and during that time in the 80s, there was actually a punk rock band called the Misfits that segued into a band called Sam Hain, and people who might know them from Metallica used to always wear their T-shirts and stuff, and actually had a kind of semi famous cover called "Die Die My Darling." The art here is by Ross Campbell. Well, it says Ross Campbell here, who's probably best known for his run on Glory a couple of years ago. But I think now he's going by the name Sophie Campbell, or she's going by the name Sophie Campbell. But yeah, I was actually really looking forward to this comic here. So, Neato Keen. I guess there's supposed to be like a live action Jim and the Holograms movie coming out pretty soon. So there you go. Okay. Next comic I got is Sabrina #2. This comic is like, I don't know what, like 4 months late, maybe 5 months, something like that. It's really late. But finally this issue came out, and of course this is the kind of horror movie take on the whole Sabrina the Teenage Witch concept. So we have that. Fade Out #5. Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Okay. Danger Club #8 by Walker and Jones Drake. I don't know how I feel about this comic book. I'll probably give it a couple more issues, and then I might drop it or whatever. When it originally came out a couple of years ago or whatever, I was really into the concept where it was like the teen sidekicks kind of take over after the adult superheroes are kind of like, I can't remember if they were disappeared or put out of action or whatever. And like I said, it was up to the teen characters to kind of carry on the tradition, even though the world's gotten so much grimmer and grittier. But the new direction, as far as the comic is concerned, after it's come back, is like kind of, I don't know, it's kind of iffy for me. We'll see. Like I said, I'll give it a couple more issues, and I'll finally make a decision after that. Multiversity. This is Ultra #1. Grant Morrison. Art by Doug Mankey. Okay. Sensation Comics #9. Alright. Astro City 22. I really like Astro City, and it's I'm surprised that more people in the comic book community, or I should say more critics, I guess that's what I probably want to say, don't talk about it more. I think it's just such a solid comic as far as like the whole sort of superhero genre. And I think Kurt Busiek does a really great job as far as pushing the limits and pushing the edges of the genre as far as writing stories that really actually touch upon the human condition and things like that, and doing stories that are about characterization and whatnot. I think it kind of I think it's kind of a shame that it kind of gets lost within all the talk about events and things like that. So, but yeah, Astro City 22. Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, number 3. David Lappin. Black Vortex, number 14. Kelly Sudaconic and David Lopez. This looks like it's a crossover with the Black Vortex event. I have not been following it. It is a cosmic event that is being spearheaded, I guess, by Brian Michael Bendis, and really, I just really don't think that's his forte or whatever. But I think it's just this one issue that he crosses over with. So there you go. Okay, Captain America and the Mighty Avengers number 7. I think this comic book might be winding down. The guy at my comic book store was like, there's probably going to be only a few more issues or so. And I guess it's going to segue into all new Avengers. So we'll see. Okay. Howard the Duck number 2. I got Captain Marvel number 14. Always a fun read. Spider-Woman number 6. I'm looking forward to reading this. I got Valiant Divinity number 1. I really don't know anything about this comic. I just bought it on a whim. It says book 1, so I guess we're catching it at the beginning here. So yeah. Art by Trevor Hairsine. I have some comic by Trevor Hairsine from like a few years back called Class War, which I thought was kind of really crazy and interesting. It was another kind of like deconstruction of the superhero mythology or whatever. But yeah, so like I said, I have no idea what this comic is about, but thought I'd give it a shot. Oh, and I bought this on a whim. Red Sonja number 8 from 1985. On the back here, there's an ad for Star Comics, which was a young children's line that Marvel tried to come out with during the 80s. You got Ewoks there, Heathcliff, Strawberry Shortcake. I'm not too sure who this dude is. Not too sure who the moose-looking guy is. This here, though, this is Planet Terry. My understanding is, and I might not have the story 100% right, but I think Harvey Comics or somebody actually went after Marvel or threatened a lawsuit or something like that because Planet Terry was a little bit too similar to Richie Rich, you know. So there's that. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you is this comic is written by Louise Simonson, art by Mary Wilshire, and the inking is by Marie Severson and Jeff Isherwood. And Marie Severson was somebody who did a lot of work for Marvel back in the 60s and 70s. She either did like penciling for like horror, not horror, for humor, for like comedy things, not brand X, things like that. or else she did like inking or whatever. And it's pretty interesting because she kind of made her name for herself back, like I said, during the 60s and 70s, when Marvel was very, very, very much a boys' club, you know. And like I said, I think it's interesting that she was able to kind of carve her name for herself. But I think a lot of people nowadays don't really talk about her enough, or give her credit or whatever. Oh, hey, Rocket Raccoon ad. What else is interested in here? Rocket Raccoon. I think that's the only interesting ads in there. Power Pack. Public service announcement. How to prevent sexual abuse. Okay, alright, so anyway, that's pretty much it. In the next couple days, I'm going to try to get at least one more comic book review. Maybe I'll do a trade review. I might try to do another comic book review, so I'll try to get two. But if I don't get two up in the next couple of days over the weekend, I'll definitely get one more review up. So anyway, that's it. I got to thank you very much, and you have a good day.